Hello, lovely people. Today, I want to show you how to make this cap that you are seeing the picture here now. And what I'll be using is what you are seeing in my hand, and it is called mako. I'll try to put the spelling. It might not be exact, but I'll spell it the way I know. So it's called mako, and the measurement I will be using for this particular project is 9 inches by 23. So the length is 23 inches, while the breadth or the wideness is 9 inches, or let me say the height, because 9 inches happen to be the height of the cap. All right, and then the roundness, that is what we go round, is the length that is 23. That's what we go round the head. The method I'm using is a method that I will not wrap it. I will not use it to lap each other, so that's why I'm using 23 inches. But if I want it to lap on each other, then I will just be using about 25 inches. So I will also be using some materials like the the gold material you see. I will be using a suede, a black suede material. I'll be using some trimming. I'll use needle and thread. I'll use hot glue or UHU glue. So you will be seeing the things I'll be working with as I proceed with the video. So this is a black suede material. So what I'll quickly do with this suede material is to glue the suede material to the mako. That is, just use it as a covering for the mako. So to do that, I actually bought half yard of suede. I remember that the length of half yard is usually 18. That is 18 inches is half yard now. And then the length I used for the cap, the height of the cap is 9 inches. So by implication, if I put the markle in between the half yard, it should be able to cover it, since 18 inches divided by 2 is going to give me 9. You understand? So I just put the markle in between and then just use hot glue to line it. That is a way of covering it, and it fitted perfectly. Now, if you are gluing, ensure to drag your material. If you look at my hand now, you will see that I'm actually dragging or pulling the material to make it tight, so that it will sit properly on the marker. So you don't just glue it, but glue it and make sure that it is tight. Now, the part I'm using as the top is not the part I am trimming, but the part that does not require any form of trimming. I put the material in between. So definitely there's a part that is very neat there, and that's the part I'll be using as the top. Something I will ship in quickly is that I did not cover the top of this cap. So the top can actually be covered. When we are doing a tutorial on that one, I will be explaining how to cover the top. And recently, I find out this cap is trending for photo shoots. So they call it this Egyptian uh, uh, cap or whatever. So there are different types. We have the one that is high. We have those ones that are just very low. But the most significant thing about this cap is that it carries the Cobra head. You understand? So whether we are doing it short or we are doing it long or it's high, the fact is that it carries the Cobra head. So please stay tuned with me on this channel as we continue with this. The next video that will be coming after this video will be a video on how to make the cape, and then I will also have a video on how to make the short cap. We have the cape, we have the bangle. If possible, we might even have the skirt, but let's do this one first. All right. Again, please, if you are just joining me, if today is your first time joining me here on Creative Hands platform, please do well to subscribe before leaving. And also don't forget to hit on that notification bell so that you can always get notified whenever I upload a new video. All right, quickly, I would like to explain the gold that I'm placing on it now. If you look at the gold, you see that I used it to cover the edge this way. So I fixed it in between in a way that it will give a very neat finishing to the edge. So the only part I will need to battle with will be this part where you see me trying to fix my trimming now. The trimming is meant, one, to decorate the cap, but most importantly, to do a good finishing so that that part where I cut the material will be very neat. So I'll just quickly use my hot glue to fix the trimming. If you are not working with hot glue, you can work with your UHU glue to fix the trimming, and you can see how it looks. It's beautiful. You can see how it looks. So what I'm actually doing is I'm doing a combination of about three colors. I'll be using silver, I'll be using the gold, and maybe some stones for embellishment. All right, so I need to fix this gold at the middle again, because just going to like use it to create a design on that middle. So before I forget, somebody out of my subscribers, or a part of my subscriber, actually request for this video. So I hope she will be seeing it right now. So I'm making the video because she sent me a picture on a cap like this that I should help with the illustration, and that's why I'm making the video. And because of her, I made up my mind to do a complete video on this Egyptian outfit. So once I'm done with this, the next video you will get will be on the cape, and I've said so before. So now I have fixed the gold on that midpoint. I will now carefully use the silver again to cover the rough edges. I've told you before that most times when we use embellishment, it's not really because of using them. Most times it's to do a good finishing. So I'm just using that silver to create design, and secondly, to do a good finishing on the edge of the second gold. All right, so it's not compulsory you use material, but I just chose to use this reflective material because I know it will come out well. So it's not compulsory you work with material. You can just simply work with those trimming, colored trimming and stones. All right, so at this point, I told you I'm not going to be lapping, I'm not going to lap the cap, but at this particular point now, I'll be using the needle and thread to sew through the cap. And you see, I've just closed the cap, and this is how it will be worn. I'll just use trimming also to cover the part where I sew. You can do a black one, you can do a colored one, but actually I chose the colored one because when I tried the black and then I tried the silver, I preferred the silver. So you can do a black, you can do silver, you can do gold, whatever color you desire. And then again, the cap can be, you can do any color of this cap, but the most used ones, I think, is navy blue, black, and then sometimes gold itself. Then you embellish the gold. I've not actually seen other colors of it trending, but you can make other colors. And like I said before, this cap is mostly used for um photo shoots. Photo shoots. Yeah, it's mostly used for photo shoots. All right, so you can see how the cap is already, and this is how it will appear on the dummy head if I decide to leave it like this. But I am not leaving it like this. I told you that one significant thing about the Egyptian cap is that it carries the head of a cobra. So this cap will not be complete without the cobra head attached to it. So I'm going to create a cobra head using the mako. Is that okay? So it can be small, it can be big. Just draw something that will look like a cobra head. Don't worry, I'm sketching though. What I use is not too obvious, but you'll be able to see it when I lift it to the camera for you to see. So please don't be discouraged with the fact that maybe I'm supposed to use a white chalk there. All right. So look at it closely. You can see it at least because I'm seeing it. So I'll just trim it out. The shape is like a spoon. You understand? A spoon shape, a spoon. Yes. So this how it looks, and then I'll fold it. So when I finish trimming this, I find out that it's quite big. So I reduced it. I reduced it. And then after that, what I'll do is to cover it up with my golden material. You can cover it up with any material of choice, but I chose gold. So I covered it up using the UHU glue. I covered it up with uh, my material, and you will see how I'll design it because I'm going to give it a eye. I'll add eye to it and everything that will make it look like a cobra. So now you will see how it is sitting, how it's looking there. Then I will add trimming to it. If you see the back just now, you will see that the back, I did not really bother covering that back. That's why you are seeing some of the markers still showing. That's because I will be gluing it to the cap. So there's no need bothering myself on how I will cover both the back and the front. Covering the front very well is enough because you are going to use the hot glue to fix it to the cap, and nobody will see that back. Is that okay? Nobody will see the back, so don't bother about it. All right. So this is how it will look when I fix it on it. So I saw when I finished this part, I wasn't satisfied with the um, design or decoration. So I added some other things, but I did that off camera. When you see it, you can do it. All right. So at this point, I want to add the eye of the cobra. So to do that, I just trim the mako a little bit, just very small, small part of the mako, put the hot glue and just attach it to it. If you look at it carefully now, at least even from this distance without me lifting it, you can sight the eye already. So you can do this using the mako, or you can do it with a black bead. If you have a black bead, it can create the eye for you, the mako or the black bead. All right, so right now the cobra is ready. You can add something else to the edge. That's the head part. Like maybe the cobra is trying to like strike and all of that. But I felt when I finished this particular design, I was okay with it like this. Maybe in the next video, when I'm making that very small one that just look like a small crown with the cobra head coming out most on it, I will add something else to the cobra head. You understand? So this is how the cap will look. I do hope you love this particular tutorials. I do hope you love the tutorials. I do hope you love this tutorials. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Huh? Give it a thumbs up, and please do not forget to recommend this channel to other persons. And then I told you that someone sent this cap to me, and I have just replied her by making this video. You too can send something to me, but make sure that whatever you are sending is reasonable. I don't want to uh, waste my resources on things that when I finish producing, I might not be able to sell them. So sometimes you might send me some things and I don't make video on them is because I know that when I make those videos, I will not be able to sell them. And I need to sell them to recover uh, whatever I have spent to create them. Do you understand that? So I need something that is reasonable. When you are sending something that is not reasonable to me, I might not make the video. It will look like I'm not replying you. Is that okay? So this is how it will look, and then I am adding embellishments to it just on the Cobra part. I'm just adding this embellishment on the Cobra part. So you can see how it looks. It now looks like the skin of the Cobra. Looks like the skin. You understand that rough skin type, you understand? So this is it for today. This is it for today. I will see you in my next video, and I have told you that on that particular video it will be on how to make that cape, the Egyptian cape. Once again, do not forget to subscribe before leaving this channel. I will see you in my next video. So from my end, it is bye for now. Bye from Creative Ends platform. Bye.